Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a show that I came up with a name for, 3-Card Characters, or 3-Card Character. This is a series where I have 3 piles of cue cards in front of me. One is a modifier pile, one is a character pile, and one is an action pile. It gives me a word, and I create a character out of those 3 characteristics. Anyway, last time on, I got a character named King Edmund. He was an optimistic king, and he was jumping. ChatGPT gave me King Edmund. Check out that video if you haven't seen it. Yeah, it was fun. First time doing it. Well, I edited it. I edited it yesterday. And it was just as cringy as I thought it was when I was recording it, but it was also a lot of fun, so here I am again. Anyway, let's see, I guess, what characters we have what character we will be making today, and what ChatGPT can come up with from just these 3 words. So let's start with the modifier. Ba-da-ba-ba. Nasally. Yay. But nasally, what is the character? A nasally what? A nasally big creature. Oh god. A nasally big creature. And then the action, what is this nasally big creature doing? Moving. Cool. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT can write me. Okay. Write me a short 1-person script about a nasally big creature moving. Let's see what it comes up with. The nasally nomad. Okay, let's see. The nasally nomad is the title. The stage is set with a sparse landscape, perhaps suggesting a rocky terrain or barren desert. A lone figure, Biggles, stands at center stage. Biggles is a large creature with a bulbous nose dominating his face. He moves with a lumbering gait, his nasal passages audible with each step. Biggles speaks nasally. Greetings, fellow travelers to the stage. Travelers of the stage. 'Tis I, Biggles, the nasal nomad, journeying through the vast expanse of existence with naught but my oversized schnozzle and a heart full of curiosity. Biggles takes a few exaggerated steps forward, his nasal breathing reverberating through space. Biggles. The thrill of movement, the joy of exploration. Though my size may be imposing, it is my nose that leads the way, guiding me through the twists and turns of this grand adventure we call life. With a dramatic flourish, Biggles extends his arm, emphasizing the enormity of his nose. Behold, the grandest feature of them all, my magnificent, prodigious proboscis? Is that a word? I've never heard that word before. Let me see. Proboscis. The nose of a mammal, especially when it is long and mobile, such as a trunk of an elephant or the snout of a tapir. Huh. He's like a big hanging nose. A marvel of nature, a beacon of olfactory excellence, propelling me forward on my quest for new sensations and experiences. Biggles begins to move in a circle. His nasal breathing becomes more pronounced with each rotation. Biggles. With each step I take, with each breath I draw, I embrace the world around me in all its fragrant glory. For in each scent, in every aroma, lies a story waiting to be told, a memory waiting to be made. As Biggles continues his circular motion, he begins. He suddenly stops, his nose twitching with excitement. Biggles. Do you smell that, my dear audience? The sweet scent of adventure beckons me more. And so, with a heartfelt sniff and spring in my step, I bid you adieu as I continue my nasal odyssey through the wonders of the world. With a final exaggerated sniff, Biggles exits the stage, leaving behind the lingering aroma of his boundless enthusiasm. Interesting. Huh. This is unique. Not what I expected. I didn't expect the nose to be such a, I guess, a prominent feature in the story, but I guess it makes sense considering the fact that he is a nasally giant. Yeah. A big nose giant, kind of. So obviously, he's got to talk like this. That's just, maybe he's a little deeper. No? No, I'll keep with that. He talks around like this, and maybe he always sounds like he's about to sneeze at the end of his sentences. Because, I imagine having a big nose would maybe make him quite sensitive to the world around him, and maybe some sand, especially if he's in the desert. Might cause him to sneeze a little bit. But let's give it a whirl, shall we? The stage is set with a sparse landscape, perhaps suggesting a rocky terrain or barren desert. A lone figure, Biggles, stands at the center stage. Biggles is a large creature with a bulbous nose dominating his face. He moves with a lumbering gait. His nasal passage is audible with every step. Greetings, fellow travelers. Fellow travelers. 'Tis I, Biggles, the nasal nomad, journeying through the vast expanse of existence with naught but my oversized snozzle and a heart full of curiosity. Biggles takes a few exaggerated steps forward, his nasal breathing reverberating through the space. Ah, the thrill of movement, the joy of exploration. Though my existence may be imposing, it is not my nose that leads the way, guiding me through the twists and turns of this grand adventure we call life. With a dramatic flourish, Biggles extends his arms, emphasizing the enormity of his nose. Behold, the grandest feature of all, my magnificent proboscis. You imagine he has quite a vocabulary. The marvel of nature, and I'm almost falling back into Kick Edmund because of the I don't know why, but the lips, the marvelous nature of a beacon of olfactory excellence propels me forward on my quest for new sensations and experience. Biggles begins to move in a circle. His nasal breathing becomes more pronounced with each rotation. Biggles. With each step I take, with each breath I draw, I embrace the world around me. It's a fragrant in all its fragrant glory. For each scent, in every aroma, lies the story waiting. I keep losing the nasal. It's hard. With lies. I gotta imagine I'm about to sneeze. Lies a story waiting to be told, a memory waiting to be made. Biggles continues his circular motion. He suddenly stops, his nose twitching with excitement. Do you smell that, audience? Dear audience? The sweet scent of adventure beckons me once more. And so, with a hearty sniff and spring in my step, I bid you adieu as I continue my nasal odyssey through the wonders of the world. With a final exhausted sniff, Biggles exits the stage, leaving behind the lingering aroma of his boundless enthusiasm. I never thought a nasally character would be so difficult for me to keep consistent. I have the hiccups now for some reason. I don't know why I have the hiccups. Sorry. Hold on. All right. Yeah, I never thought like a nasally voice would be so difficult for me to stay consistent. And I did find myself falling back into King Edmund's voice for some reason. I guess my he was, I guess, a bit more nasally than I had. No, he wasn't. He was even gruff. Maybe he wasn't nasally. I don't know. I guess I should try and maybe not have him be as low, deep voice, because then the differentiation stops. Maybe I should have him be more up here and kind of like this. That's a bit better. And then I'm breathing through my mouth because my nose is clogged, obviously, from just the world around me. I don't, like he's about to sneeze. No, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, yeah, he just keep it maybe up here, you know. I have a little bit of a more nasally passage, like I'm about to sneeze, like I originally had. That does feel a little weird on my throat, but let's try it one more time. The stage is set with a sparse landscape, perhaps suggesting a rocky terrain or barren desert. A lone figure, Biggles, stands at center stage. Biggles is a large creature with a bulbous nose dominating his face. He moves with a lumbering gait. His nasal passage is audible with each step. Greetings, fellow travelers of the stage. 'Tis I, Biggles, the nasal nomad. Now I'm falling into like a surfer dude. And the nasal nomad. So through the nasal nomad, through the vast expanses of existence, with naught but my oversized schnozzle, as my heart full with curiosity, Biggles takes a few exaggerated steps forward, his nasal breathing reverberating through the space. The thrill of movement, the joy of exploration. Though my size may be imposing, it is my nose that leads the way, guiding me through the twists and turns of this grand adventure we call life. With a dramatic flourish, Biggles extends his arms, emphasizing the enormity of his nose. I imagine it goes out quite forward, and it's like a big triangle. It goes out, and it points out, and then comes back. I'm thinking that kid from Howl's Moving Castle, where he would like put the hood over, and then he'd have like a big nose, but he's big and green and doesn't have any hair. With a dramatic flourish, he extends his arms, emphasizing the enormity of his nose. Behold, the grandest feature of all, my magnificent proboscis. That's the thing that gets me to go back into. It's a proboscis word, proboscis, because he's quite eloquent in the way he says it for some reason, and that gets me to fall back into King Edmund. A marvel of nature, a beacon of olfactory excellence, propelling me forward on my adventure for new sensation and experiences. Biggles begins to move in a circle. His nasal breathing becomes more pronounced with each rotation. With each step I take, with each breath I draw, I embrace the world around me in all of its fragrant glory. For in every scent, in every aroma lies a story waiting to be told, a memory waiting to be made. Biggles continues his circular motion. He's like quite a fast runner, keeping up his pace. You gotta keep those steps up. He suddenly stops, his nasal twitching with excitement. I just want to make sure that you can catch that. Do you smell that, dear audience? The scent of adventure beckons me once more. With a hearty sniff and a spring in my step, I bid you adieu as I continue my nasal odyssey through the wonders of the world. With a final exaggerated sniff, Biggles exits the stage, leaving behind the lingering aroma of his boundless enthusiasm. Interesting. He's a, he has a little bit of a step. Oh, maybe he trots. Maybe he's on all fours. Maybe he's a big, like, he's a nose monster. He's on all fours. He has shag hair and he's like an anteater. He has a big anteater nose. He's a big tongue. He kind of shags along, giant. Oh, maybe I'll play into the slow moving giant creature in this last one. Maybe he talks a little slower, but with the nasally, right? The stage is set with sparse landscape, perhaps suggesting a rocky terrain or a barren desert. I'm gonna imagine a rocky terrain this time. I've been imagining barren deserts for the other two, but a rocky terrain. He's like climbing through it, like almost like giant ant hills, because he's a giant anteater, right? Just imagine everything on a larger scale. A lone figure, Biggles, stands at center stage. Biggles, a large creature with a bulbous nose dominating his face. He moves with a lumbering gait as nasal patches audible with each step. Speaking nasally. Greetings, fellow travelers of the stage. 'Tis I, Biggles, the nasal nomad, journeying through these vast expanses with naught but my oversized schnozzle and a heart full of curiosity. He's like a giant sloth, but like an anteater sloth combo. Biggles takes a few exaggerated steps forward, his nasal breathing reverberating through the space. Ah, the thrill of movement, the joy of exploration. Though my size may be imposing, it is my nose that leads the way, guiding me through the twists and turns of this grand adventure we call life. With a dramatic flourish, Biggles extends his arms, emphasizing the enormity of his nose. Behold, the grandest feature of them all, my magnificent prodigious proboscis, a marvel of nature, a beacon of olfactory excellence, propelling me forward on my quest for new sensations and experiences. Biggles begins to move in a circle, his nasal breathing become more pronounced with each rotation. Biggles, with each step I take, with every breath I draw, I embrace the world around me in all its fragrant glory. In every scent, in every aroma, lies a story waiting to be told, a memory waiting to be made. As Biggles continues his circular motion, he suddenly stops, his nose twitching with excitement. I thought my parents walked down. Do you spell that, dear audience? The sweet scent of adventure beckons me once more. So, with a hearty sniff and a spring in my step, I bid you adieu as I continue my nasal odyssey through the wonders of the world. With a final exaggerated sniff, just like echoes throughout this rocky terrain, Biggles exits the stage, leaving behind a lingering aroma of his boundless enthusiasm. Nothing will ever get me down with my big nose, and that was my favorite one. That was my favorite one. I think Biggles, that was fun. Huh. Interesting. I was almost a little bit worried that I wouldn't like the nasally. It does make my nose feel genuinely clogged when I pretend that it's clogged in the way that I'm like manipulating my voice. But yeah, that was fun. I think I prefer this one more than the King Edmund one. The raspiness of King Edmund's voice towards the end actually did a toll on me a little bit afterwards. I definitely got more used to it as it went on, but I definitely noticed after I was done recording, I definitely felt it a little bit more in my throat. But this one was fun. So this episode was of Biggles, the nasally big creature who was moving. Where was he moving? Who knows? I will leave that up to the audience's imagination. Anyway, everyone, thank you for joining me on this 3-card character. Biggles goes down as day 2 on my 3-card character journey. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next story to see what other characters we come across. Later.